Hello, I'm just gonna talk about a update that's taken place between Maya 2017 and Maya 2018. I have launched Maya 2017 to just show you the differences, and I'm going to be showing you Maya 2018. Now, in the unwrapping tutorials, one of the things that you'll find is that I am using Maya 2017 for this. But this doesn't mean that the tools that I'm referring to no longer exist. They've just been packaged a bit differently, and I'm just going to show you where you can access them. So I'm just going to load this up, and I'm just going to do the same thing on each side. So I'm just going to create a quick box here. It's okay, and I'll use the UV launcher just to show you this. Okay, and what you get with this menu, just give me a second and let this load up. Okay, give it a few seconds. There we go. So automatically when you load up Maya, you're going to get this load up with it. So this is your tool set for you, new UV tool set in comparison to the old one. So if I just take this menu here and just move the menu around for a second. Going to fit in, so you should have something similar to this. So you'll see the UV editor that I'm using in the rest of the tutorials has buttons here, and the menus are still there. If I go back to my 2017, you'll see that this is the old menus that I'm using, but it doesn't really have any menu sets along with it. Now what Maya 2018 have done, they've taken these tools and a lot of the other tools that I was accessing from here, and they've created a new menu set, and they've added all that information into one, so you don't have to kind of go to different sections or load up more menus. You can just use the sub menus. So all the tools that I am using, they are still there, they're just been repackaged. So for instance, if you look at this tool here, the unfold UV tool, or you'll get the cut tool or sew tool. Here's this is a pinch UV tool, so here's your cut UV tool. So all I have to do to locate them is, most of the tools that I'm going to be using in this are in this menu here. So if I look at cut and sew, you'll see the cut UV tool still there, the cut tools there, and the sew tools there as well. So all the menus are still there. You just have to, they're just being packaged now a bit differently. If you look at the titles of the menu, they're quite well defined. So transform, so this is all that information about transforming, rotating your UVs. If you wanted to use that, you're welcome to do so. Your create tools, so before we were accessing this, so we never had access to this, so we were accessing this by going into the main menu. So now you can access this from here, so you're going to be able to utilize these when you're using the tutorial. So this was a quick update just to let you know that the changes that have been taken, those tools have moved. They just moved to the side. So if you see me clicking on one of the tools or talk about a tool, just have a quick look on the side here. You'll be able to access it much faster now by using these menus. And again, you can switch in and out of the edge menu and face menu into the UVs and your shells. You can select them from that. So the other cool thing about the new update is that it automatically has symmetry applied. So if you're doing a head model and you wanna for instance break the ear apart separately, so let me just see if I've got a file open here. So I'm just going to open this file here and just do a quick demo of that, just to show you a really cool feature that they have added. And this is just to separate the ear, for instance. I'll let that load up. So that allows us to kind of work in symmetry, so we don't have to do it twice. So if you think about a human model that you're going to create a full character later on, you wouldn't have to then unwrap one arm, one head, one arm, one hand, one leg, feet. All you have to do is you have to do one side and it automatically do the other side for you. So if I was just to take this model, and I won't do the full unwrap, the rest of the tutorial does that. So if you look at the exercise with the unwrap head exercise, that will explain the full unwrapping of the head. I'm just going to take this model here. I'm just gonna give it a few seconds, it's a bit slow because I'm doing the recording. So I'll click on this. Look, here's the unwrap on it. In the other tutorial I was actually going to here, UVs, and then I was going and applying cylindrical mapping, for instance. Now you don't have to do that. All I have to do is to go to the create menu here, hit cylindrical mapping, and that's, for instance, my starting portion, starting point. And roughly get this, just get it to where I want it to be. Okay, that's good enough for now. That needs fixing. If I leave that now, and if I make sure my symmetry is on, so on symmetry here it says X. If I select portion of the ear, you see that it automatically selects on the other side. So if I was to unwrap one, or separate this and take this apart, then I won't have to do it on two different fronts. I only have to do it on one part, which is really great for when you're doing any kind of symmetry based projections, so you don't have to duplicate that time, or you don't have to take extra time doing the same thing. So it's a great new addition there. Just to again, I would suggest just having a look at all these options, and if you can't find an option in the original tutorial that you guys are going to be doing, please have a look at the menu here, you'll find it here. Thank you.